can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
Did you watch the Grammys?
No, I saw highlight stuff and reread some of the stuff, but I didn't. I usually, the Grammys is my least watched just because I do not keep up with modern music at all.
That's okay. That's a shame. But
yeah, since the rap brigade happened, whatever, decade, 12 years ago, pop music. Or
12, it's been like 30, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's just okay. Sorry, I had not hit okay on your recording, but I thought that I had it. Anyway, yeah, the rap brigade, I'm not big on a lot of it, but
And I love Gaga, and so that was good.
it was okay. I was like, this is supposed to be different. And I was like, I guess it's a little more metal, but I didn't really know that it was that different from the album version.
Oh, yeah. No, I just meant her performance. I always like to watch her. She's always just so unique, so different. So
The best thing they did was the opening 40 minutes or so, where they did not only the best, what's it called? New artist category? I guess new, yeah, brand new artist, whatever. And they let every single body in the category perform the song. And
yeah,
I was like,
saw
that is
was it was
great.
like a medley. That was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it
that
was more
smart.
than a medley. They did almost the entire songs. And I was like, this is, yeah, actually, you're right. Some of them were a little bit shorter, though. But that was awesome. And that's what we need to be introduced into new music. And I was going to tell you, if you really want to just hear great new music, watch Graham Norton. Everybody he has on there just about is fantastic. And two of them were nominated last night and one of them won.
But do they perform or are they just interviewed?
They perform. He does an interview with 3 or 4 people on the couch, and then the last 10 minutes he does a musical performance, and then he does the red chair at the very end. So he always has a musical performance at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
see, I
has
didn't know
out
show
like
total. I've just watched highlights of his show.
yeah, I would rather watch his whole shows. They're better. But once they perform, he invites them over to the couch, he asks them a few questions, then they close out, and that's the end of the show.
Okay.
But what's funny, and this is what I pointed out to Dennis, I said, all the new music I like is British. I said, I guess it's been that way since the 60s. But these British artists are not usually rappers. And like I said, the Olivia Dean won last night. We just saw her on Graham last week. And I can't think of the heavyset girl that does that song, Messy. Lola something. Anyway, she was on Graham too. And some of the other ones, like some of the other new artists, there was some K-pop looking band that was American, and I was like, this is awful. I was ready to fast forward through that one. But then they had a like an R&B guy out in the center that was playing guitar. He was good. I don't know. It's hard to find new music now because I used to listen to a Sirius radio program that got canceled, and that's where I always got my music because his partner was British, so he knew British music. And that's how I discovered Adele before anybody knew who Adele was, and how I discovered Duffy before anybody knew who Duffy was. And I don't know. But now I'm starting to do it through Graham because Graham always has them on his show.
Okay. Yeah, I watched my cynical old man get off my lawn thing. I watched a YouTube yesterday that had this guy talking about, so I watched all the Grammys and here are the highlights. And he talked about some of the highlights. He talked about Post Malone doing the Aussie
War
thing.
Pigs. Yeah.
Yeah. And he said that was his highlight, of course, which led to his whole thing, which is what happened to music. And he does this big thing about comparing the Grammys in 86, 96, and 2026. And you had like single artist, single writer, single song. And there you go. And he goes, now one of the winners from last night, and he listed, and there were like 12 fucking writers for the song. And I was going,
Yeah.
what the hell is going
It's like the movie business.
Yeah.
Movies
Yeah.
are that way too. Yeah.
Same thing. Like those solo visionaries aren't there anymore unless you are a Gaga or something. But even she's redoing somebody else's song.
The one I sent you,
No, Gaga doing the abracadabra thing, sort of
that's
thing.
not someone else's song, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
She usually composes her stuff.
I thought I saw something that it was from the original was blah blah blah, but it might not have been. I may have been wrong.
You know what? Is she the one? She did bring somebody I liked brought a couple of guys up on stage with her when she won, and she credited them. So maybe, yeah, I think maybe you're right. Maybe she did have some collaborators on that. But she's an artist that she does a lot of the work. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah, it was written,
Oh.
produced by Gaga, Andrew Watt, and
Andrew Watt. And Andrew Watt was the blonde-haired guy that was out there playing with Slash and Post Malone during the Ozzy Osbourne thing. He was the other guitarist, because I was like, who is this Andrew Watt guy? I looked him up. He's a producer. And I'm like, why is he on stage playing guitar?
And even that way, with additional songwriting credits to members of Susie and the Banshees, because it incorporates elements of their 81 single Spellbound.
And that's her,
That's Abracadabra, the Lady Gaga.
That's her when people say, oh, I sound like, when people said Born This Way sounded like a prayer, she's wanting to make sure to cover her bases and say, if this does sound even remotely similar, I'm going to credit them. I'm sure
right.
I don't blame her, because she doesn't want to be perceived as a plagiarist, and she's certainly not. But
No.
Anyway, I liked all the Ice Out stuff. I love the Bad Bunny stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know anything about him other than seeing him on SNL, but I'm glad that a Spanish album or a Spanish language album won Best Album of the Year. And I will watch him on the Super Bowl just to support his ass, because it pisses me off what is going on.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Here. More power to you.
But other than that, one other thing I was going to tell you before we start is we got Apple. And
Apple TV?
Yeah, but I've not really watched anything except we have binged a season and a half of Palm Royale.
Okay.
I liked the first season. The second season's going off the rails, but it's great seeing Carol Burnett in something again.
Yeah.
And Kristen Wiig's great. Allison Janney's great. But whoever's doing the show is clearly saying she needs to look like Samantha and she needs to look like Andorra, because in every scene, Allison Janney looks exactly like Agnes Moorehead on Bewitched. I'm like, this is crazy how much they're making her look like that. And then I started looking at Kristen Wiig. I'm like, she's Samantha. She's got the blonde hair and the sleeveless mini dress thing on. It's so obvious that I keep pointing it out. Dennis is tired of me saying it.
Almost everything series-wise on Apple TV is great. From the morning show to Shrinking, that new Harrison Ford one. Of course, Ted Lasso's on there. I've never seen it, but I've heard great. It's won dozens of awards.
I'm so over comedies, and that's what Dennis always wants to watch. That's why we're watching Palm Royale.
Watch
The Studio.
For All Mankind is brilliant. It's great. It's awesome.
You told me it started failing though.
Yeah. Last season, got a little bit soap opera-y. I'm hoping this next season coming up, which is the last season, will restore all that. But the first 2 years, excellent. Severance is great. Pluribus I've only watched the first episode. But
you don't have to tell me that, because that's Vince. What's his face? Vince Gilligan.
Yeah.
He's Breaking Bad and X-Files, so I know that show's going to be good.
And I've heard really good stuff about The Studio, which is the
I've heard
comedy.
great stuff about that, and it's been winning awards. And that was on my list to watch first, and we ended up watching Palm Royale, which has Mindy Cohn on it.
Oh.
From Facts of Life.
There's a bunch of really cool stuff that Apple has gotten, like all the amazing stories, the Steven Spielberg series.
Yeah.
That's on Apple, and there's a bunch of other stuff that's really, I love it. But anyway, that's because
All
I
right.
have
Well, I
an
just want
Apple
to let you
TV.
know I have it. I don't know how long I'll have it, but I'm trying to watch stuff as I go.
Yes.
And I also need to get back into Fallout, and I need to get back into something else that's already aired. Oh, I want to see Wonder Man on Disney. That's
I've
got
got to,
killer reviews.
I've got to finish. I've got to do Fallout. I haven't done it yet, but I think they're still what, 2 episodes away? I think
Yeah,
from.
I was waiting for them to finish before I started so I could watch one a night. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do a thing. 3, 2.
One.
Lots of Star Trek. We're back into it, so I went back and I've been watching other ones. Today I watched By Any Other Name and Devil in the Dark.
Devil in the Dark. That's first season.
Yeah. And By Any Other Name is second season, I think. I don't think it's third.
I thought that was in the third.
Wait, it might be third because the Sulu has the little panel that rises up out of his thing, which I think is only in the third season. So you may be right.
Interesting.
I'll have to look at it and see. Let's see. Let's make sure we're recording here. Check, check, check.
I haven't been. I watched that miniseries. I'll probably talk about it as a genre week, though. The Lisi's Story I watched on Apple, which is Stephen King.
Yes, it is.
It's interesting. I think you would like it. It's definitely not your typical Stephen King.
Okay.
It plays a lot like that more modern novel he wrote, Fairy Tale, where there's like a different world you can escape to. It's very
Yeah.
Clive Barker. It's very Clive Barker. As a matter of fact, there's a monster in it that is right out of In the Hills, the Cities. It's just basically a giant made up of just people, like all morphed together, which is interesting. And then we're still binging Palm Royale, which is just, it's ridiculous. But it's what you would expect. It's
yeah.
got some good cast people in it. It's cool to see Ricky Martin with a lead role in it. Patti LuPone was on the last one we watched, and she sings, and both of them sing, which is great. I told Dennis, I said, they need to take advantage of the fact that these people can sing if they're going to cast them. And sure as shit, Ricky Martin has a musical number in the first episode of the second season, and Patti LuPone has a musical number in her season, or in her episode. And she's in the Hoedown episode, which is a big square dance.
Okay.
So that's fun to see her do that. Yeah.
But yeah.
And other than that, I've been listening to all my audiobooks, which is
Good.
crazy. Two different guys are doing them. And the guy that's doing the city books, the Tales of the Circle books, he's fucking awesome. I think I told you I specifically was looking for a black narrator because there's a character that kind of overlaps in all the books. It's kind of a sassy black man.
Okay.
And it would have been, well, according to Tantor, it would have been difficult to have a white man read that part without it being seen or deemed racist. I don't know. But I guess it's okay if a black man reads all the white parts.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't have a problem with it because he is fucking amazing. He
Good.
is so good that it's just bringing those books to life. I'm listening to the Southern books now, one of them, and he's good. He can do a lot of voices, but it's not as effortless with him as it is with Sean. Sean reads it like a book and with characters, whereas this guy's reading it more like characters and not a book.
Okay.
I think the narrative of the prose is disrupted a little bit by this guy working so hard on the voices, whereas Sean's is effortless.
Interesting. I think
Yeah.
that's when I listen to audiobooks, that's the ones I like the most are the ones where I feel like I'm listening to a really good storyteller who can do a bunch of voices.
And Sean is that. I'm not
Yeah.
convinced yet that the other guy is.
That to
His
me
name's
makes it work.
Joel.
But if you're either or, if you're really great with voices, but you suck at the narrative, it feels like the narrative's a burden. I just want to get to my next character voice. You'll feel that's sometimes how I don't like that approach to it.
And he
So,
does do good voices.
oh yeah,
There's a Hispanic character in it. There's a lot of Southern characters in it, so sometimes the Southern's a little thick. But
well,
I
maybe
feel
John Toro
guilty
in
because
that
he is.
window.
I picked both these narrators because I knew they had their own followings, and because they have their own followings, I get new readers just specifically want to hear stuff they read,
Of
and
course.
so I feel bad. His name is Joel Leslie, and I feel bad mouthing him. He's not horrible at all. As a matter of fact, I'm finally getting used to him, so it's not that jarring anymore. And
Okay.
he invited me to do a giveaway in his group on Facebook where a bunch of other people discovered me, and he has invited me to be on the Rainbow Readers cruise next August. This
Oh,
August,
okay.
actually. So Dennis and I are thinking about doing a little 4-day cruise in August now that would be just for readers of gay romance.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how big it is. They do their own cruise every year now. And there's a
I'm
lot of
sure
big
this year they'll
writers
have
on
a
there.
hockey tournament on the cruise as well. So yeah.
That would be funny. So that's basically what I've been doing, listening to a lot of my own books on audio,
Good.
which is good because I'm also writing and it's helping refresh me a little bit.
Yeah, there's
So
the line in Misery when she first tells him he's going to write it, and he's going, "No, look, you don't understand. I don't have any of my books." And she goes, "Oh, I have copies of all." And he goes, "No, not those. I have notebooks with everything, every time people met and their histories and their backstories, folders and folders of information that I
story
have to
Bibles.
have." Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's a lot. It's a
yeah,
lot.
it's a lot.
What are we doing? We're doing
We're
Black
doing
Summer.
the Ebony Holy Day. Yeah.
Mm.
Not to be
And
confused with the big Zeppelin that goes over the football field, right? Isn't that a Black Sunday too?
yeah, that's the one that Thomas Harris wrote
Yeah.
from Silence
But
of the
we're not doing
Lambs.
that one, right?
Yeah, we are.
Oh shit, dude. Are you serious? No,
It
you're
is a
not.
suspense movie.
Yeah, we're not doing that one.
No, I have never seen that movie. I've seen the one we're doing at least 3 times.
3, 2.
One, listen
Dungeon
to my
Crawler
audiobooks.
Carl. Yeah. And are they still good? Like that guy
Yes,
still?
I like Sean better. He does the Tales of the City books, but
Yeah.
Joel's is okay. I told you this last time, I think. He kind of overcompensates for the
Yeah.
accents and does not read the prose as well. However, I can't be mean to him because he's invited me to be on a cruise that's already booked.
Yeah. You've been mentioning that.
Because, I went to sign up and it said waiting list only. And I asked his partner what was going on. He said, it's okay. Joel wants you there. I was like, oh,
Oh,
okay.
there you go.
So I'm right in the middle of writing a short story because one of the lead authors there, she's not the lead author as far as sales, but she's gone to all 3 of them. So she's kind of like the author connection as far as people that are new or whatever. She's
Yeah.
doing a charity anthology that's going to go up for the summer, like going up in May and ending in August or whatever for 3 months. And then
Mm-hmm.
the rights revert back to us. So I can do whatever I want to with it. So I'm trying to write a short story real quick to get to her before the deadline.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, I had Dennis did some headshots of me the other day, one that looks fairly decent. And I don't know what else. I've got a lot to figure out as far as between now and August.
Cool.
And we finished Palm Royale,
Yeah.
and I think it may be done. If not, it certainly had an ending.
I thought it was finished. Yes. I don't think
Okay.
it's been renewed by Apple. No.
Okay. They left it to where it could be. And Ricky Martin and Kristen Wiig are really good. I could see
Mhm.
them coming back. And Allison Janney is too. But I don't think Carol will come back. It is clearly Carol's last episode. She doesn't die, but she actually sings a song and does her little ear tug at the end.
Oh, okay. Then that's probably, yeah.
Yeah, it was very emotional. It's like I said, the show doesn't know what it wants to be. It's like, is it a spoof? Is it a soap opera? Is it a comedy? Is it a musical? Because it's not consistent on any of those. And sometimes it's way out in left field. But I like that they do have musical numbers, especially with Patti LuPone and Ricky Martin. But the end, when Carol sings, is great. It is great. And then,
Hmm.
like I said, it's like a curtain call where you see all the characters, and at the very end, you see her sitting at a cafe in Paris looking for her daughter. And as she sees Laura Dern across the street, she pulls her ear, and that's the end. And I was like,
Hmm.
oh, this is great. This is so good.
Wiki says it's based on a novel, Mr. and Mrs. American Pie by Juliet McDaniel. I didn't know that.
The Paul Morrell?
Yeah, it's based on a
Wow.
novel.
Is it a
Yeah.
satire? What is it?
It must be. It came out in 2018. The novel is called Mr. and Mrs. American Pie by Juliet McDaniel.
It's about a girl
It
that's
has
like,
done 2 seasons, but it has not been renewed yet, but it's still possible. So
yeah,
there.
Kristen's characters. I want to say she's from Chattanooga. She's from Tennessee, and she's
Hmm.
trying to assimilate herself into Palm Royale, like notoriety or whatever, the
Yeah.
upper echelon of society. And she's got a loose connection because her husband is the nephew of someone out there. And that's
Okay.
like her in. But yeah, it's crazy. It's just, but it's a really good ensemble.
I think Apple also is doing the Harrison Ford one too.
Yeah, shrinking.
Shrinking. Yeah. And I've heard good things about it. I haven't watched it yet. The new season of For All Mankind comes out next month, so I'm waiting for it. And it might be the last season for that one. And I still haven't watched the second season of Severance, but
What
it's
about
the one that
Silo?
Silo won't be out until summer, the third season.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think we're going to hang on to Apple that long. I don't know. We're watching Ted Lasso right now. We binged the first season pretty damn fast.
Is it
It was
good?
that good. Yeah.
Yeah. I heard great things about it, of course.
And the
It's won a
first
bunch of
three
awards.
episodes, it doesn't really kick in until the third episode. The first two,
Yeah.
you're like, wait a minute. And then by the third episode, you're sold.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they've got a bunch that are really good series. I think you would like Severance. I think you would really like Not For All Mankind, the other one.
Silo?
Silo. Yeah.
I've read that.
Yeah. That's why I'd love for you to watch just the first season because each season essentially has an end. It ends with a little cliffhanger, but basically the story of that season arc is
There's a
complete.
it's a 3 book thing. So maybe they're doing each book.
Maybe I don't know how. I never read Dust, so I don't know how it ends or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I've been following loosely the whole heated rivalry thing
yeah.
because it sounds to me like they're going to have to make up their own second season because they're not, and to do what romance books do is not television writing. Romance books have two main characters, and
Mhm.
then the next book has two side characters from the first novel that become the main characters. And then the
Mhm.
next book, it just repeats that. You don't bring back the two leads to the second book. They just appear as minor characters.
Well, they might, because according to Barbara, I watched a few episodes. I watched 2 episodes, I think. But the third episode doesn't even involve the two main characters. It involves another couple
Okay.
and their whole thing. And then the season finale has both couples in part of the plot line. And evidently, the things that I'm reading online and that Barbara is filtering to me too are that the things people like about it is the fact that it is such a slow burn, that it's taking its time, that we care about these characters, that
And
the
that it's
passage of
actually a
time
good
is,
hockey story. A lot of people are really happy that the hockey is really well represented in it.
yeah, the hockey isn't cliche. It's, yeah. But also the relationship is, and the relationship with other characters, with parents and with friends and everything else. Supposedly it's getting really good reviews, and even she, the author, didn't think it would get the response it's gotten. She's very
Oh, I'm
stunned
sure, because she's
that,
just a little self-published romance, right?
yeah,
I just saw where HBO released that over 11 million people have watched it or
yeah,
streamed it, which
yeah,
is crazy
yeah. And
for a
what's
gay
his name? The
romance.
producer guy said that he had read it, and actually, I think the interview I said that he actually purchased the novel off her Etsy shop. He didn't even get it at a bookstore. He got it off of her Etsy shop or whatever and read it
Yeah,
and
because she's
loved it.
wide, so she's selling herself. Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. And
You make
loved
more
it and
money that
said, I
way.
want to turn this in. And he said he just got really lucky in that Canada let him do whatever he wanted to do. So he
Yeah.
wasn't restricted by a studio. He wasn't, there weren't people rewriting it saying add monkeys or whatever.
But again, my point is that America, or whoever's watching this, has fallen in love with those two characters. What are they going to
Yes.
do if they don't come back as the leads in the second season? I think they're going to freak out.
Yeah, I think
And
they
that's not
probably
the way these
will.
books work.
I think, like I said, it might be, I don't know enough of the books to tell you, but it might be that they focus on this secondary character for half the season, the couple
I
for
hope they
half the
do.
season, and then pop back with the guys, or whatever.
Yeah.
They're all guys, but
I mean, I think America could be re-educated into a different kind of story format, which is the romance story format, where
yeah,
they do still appear in the show, but they're no longer the leads. And you really kind of love it when they pop in. Armistead Maupin's been doing it forever with Tales of the City. That's what I modeled Tales of the Circle after. Is that he's been writing for decades in that series. He has 13 books. And now the characters you knew from the 70s are in their 50s or 60s
yeah,
and stuff. Yeah, it's cool.
interesting. Yeah, I think it's really cool, and it's a huge hit, pretty big. Project Hail Mary getting all kinds of frickin' press now since it's
Okay.
like a month away. So I
Well, and
cannot
there's a
wait.
lot of crazy shit going on I didn't know about. We talked about Evil Dead Burn is
Burn.
coming out, but
Yeah,
they're already filming Evil Red Wrath, which
I
is coming out
guess.
like next summer. Like this summer is Burn, next summer is Wrath or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is insane. I love it. I cannot wait to see what they do with it.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where he takes it. If it's the same guy, right? It's the same director
I think
doing
you
it?
said the second one, the first one is. I don't know about the second one.
Yeah. Burn, I think, is the same guy that did Rise.
And then Mike Flanagan's doing The Mist. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
I agree with you totally. I think he's got to have his own thing about it that he's going to add to it because,
Oh, like Hill House. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, something. He usually intertwines addiction into his things. He definitely intertwines religious fervor and all of that stuff. So I think both of those will be in there, but he's got to do. Darabont's script is really good, and a lot of people love it, even with the CGI. So I think it'll be interesting. I don't know why he would there's so much other King property I would rather see Mike Flanagan do, in my opinion. But there you go.
Like what?
I would like to see him do, he's doing Dark Tower, which will be great. But I'd like to see one of those short stories that I really like, the one that was said that was like, they said it was like Duma Key from his new one. Lots of people on my Reddit said Duma Key. Mike Flanagan should do Duma Key, but I haven't read it, so I can't
I don't
comment
even
on that
remember
one.
that book. It's a lot like Lisi's story. I didn't remember it either.
Yeah,
A lot of those books came out around the same time.
yeah,
But no, the guy's doing Evil Dead, both of them are different from the guy that did Rise.
Interesting.
Evil Dead Burn is Sebastian Vanasek. He's a French director that did that movie Infested, the one I
Yep.
told you about with the
Remember you told me
spiders
about it. Yeah, I
in
don't really
the
care about
and
it.
it's pretty good. It's not that believable, and there's a lot of big spiders. Actually, not a lot of big spiders, a lot of small spiders.
Yeah, see.
And then, but I love that they're doing foreign directors because everyone has been foreign, and it looks like Evil Dead Wrath is by a guy named Francis Galuppi. And
Well,
he's in Los Angeles, but I don't
well,
recognize
speaking of
any
Evil
of his
Dead,
stuff.
the new Sam Raimi movie looks terrifying too.
Yeah, it looks
great.
great. It looks
Yeah,
great. Bill Pitts told me the other day that he never goes to movies anymore and that he might go see this one. Yeah.
it
Oh,
looks good.
I have a feeling I know what Sam's doing. I think Sam is tapping young directors to find new talent. And I think because him and Bruce are still in charge of the franchise,
The
I'm pretty
franchise.
sure.
Yep.
So it's like they're just picking, I like this guy, let's do this guy. And it's people we've never heard of. And
Why
I'm
not?
okay with that if it
I'm
works.
okay with that. If
Yeah.
it works, like
Rise.
Rise worked. I'm working on my list for season 9. Like I said,
Oh,
I've got it down to 50 titles now. So yeah, I should be able to cut some back.
I put out a thing for people to do suggestions and I haven't heard anything yet. I don't know if I need to do it again or put a more attractive picture up or what.
Yeah. See
Because all
what
I did was put our
people
logo
say.
up. I guess I should put a bunch of horror movie posters up and that'll get
Yeah, maybe
somebody's
that and
attention.
a big graphic that says listener's choice or something, just to get their attention and let them suggest something. Hey, can I do a redux and a double feature in the same thing?
I have considered that. What did you want to do?
Planet of the Apes. I wanted to do it, the original Planet of the Apes and the reboot one from, when was it, 12 or 11?
Yeah, that could be a long episode though.
I think it'd be cool though. I think it'd be cool to put them together and compare them because, of course, I just saw Reddit this morning. Somebody posted, "Okay, give me the best twist in a movie ever," and all these people were listing stuff. And the big predominant one was Planet of the Apes. The end of Planet of the Apes is one of the best twists in the whole history of cinema.
Right.
And I was
Because
going,
it's
yeah,
the
that's
last
true.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, people were
What
Sixth Sense
have
and
we
a couple of
done?
others.
But we've done the reboot as well, haven't we? It was the season 3 opener. If I could, I would do a season of all modern movies because I'm like having trouble. It used to be I was always picking old stuff, and now there's a bunch of modern stuff I want to do. And I was editing a short for Long Legs today, and I was like, we've got to do Long Legs.
We've got
But I
to do
mean,
long legs. Okay.
yeah, there's a bunch I want to do that are new. Weapons would be another one.
Oh yeah,
So I'll
Weapons
just
got
have
a
to.
lot of.
And we never did Barbarian. And I was thinking, ooh, we could do Barbarian and Lovely, Dark, and Deep as a Georgina Campbell double feature. Because I like Georgina Campbell, and she's in both those
Okay.
movies. But see, Barbarian to me is not as good as Weapons.
Well,
But I don't
another
want.
thought I had for a redux and double was Frankenstein because we did
Yeah,
it in season 1 too, so we could do it and we could do Del Toro's,
yeah.
which might be
Except I
cool.
don't have fucking Netflix.
We'd have to get it for you somehow. So yeah,
All right, we'll keep looking at it. I
I
haven't
think
looked.
I think the only well, you've got short stories to write. I think the
I
only
know.
one that I've got kind of on my list that I thought might be interesting was Abigail. That's horror. That's not science fiction. But the rest of them are like hybrids. Like you said, Planet of the Vampires. So I think we should do that one.
It's Bava.
Another one I had is No One Will Save You, which you saw and said was
Oh
good.
yeah, yeah. That's a cool movie.
And that might be Artifice or that ilk of kind of a pseudo indie feel. But anyway,
The unique thing about
uh,
that movie is there's no dialogue in it. It's just almost completely sound.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do this one, and then I'll just continue to try to pare down, and then give you a list, hopefully within a week or so.
Okay.
So
I'll start looking at it here soon.
3, 2.
1.
You can't start the car. Johnny